Hi everyone. Today I'd like to talk about being a global individual or someone who is part of the global collective. Yeah. Everyone, international, intercultural, interdenominational, but also individual. When we talk about the internet, right? Obviously you are watching this through the internet. I've lived long enough. I am old enough to remember the time before the internet, right? So we sometimes hear of people who've traveled abroad, who've seen other places, but mostly you just know the people around you, your family, your neighborhood. And then with the internet revolution, everybody feels so close because you know the every little detail that every other person wants to share online. Yeah, it has pros and cons definitely, but we're suddenly connected even though we're not physically together. We are connected collectively. We can have the same ideas, the same trends, ideas easily spread, and you would easily see what people believe, what people reject, or what people accept. And again, yeah, there might be there might be some some magic going on beyond the behind the scenes, right? There might be people hijacking the trends. These might not be actual trends. They might just be pushed by people wanting to shift your mindset a certain way. But for the most part, we are connected worldwide, and being connected is good, right? We learn from each other, and we have our own voices being heard. Like for me right now, thank you for listening to my voice, right? And you are free to share your comments. You are free to upload your own videos as well. Everybody gets to be heard. But it becomes bad. Global becomes globalist when people want to take over that. When people when someone wants to have control over everyone, that's what makes it dodgy. Like, what gives you the power, what gives you the right to control everyone else? Why are you bossing around everyone else? Why should we give you control, responsibility, and authority over our lives? Right? So every time we have a collective, every time we have a group, right? Leadership is okay because it's helpful, right? We have our direction clarified, like we have our energies directed in a certain way, and that's helpful. But we have to balance that with our individual wants, our needs, right? Is everybody's voice being heard? Is everybody's rights being respected? Right? Are we only just listening to the leader, or are we listening to everyone? I like the term facilitator or moderator, right? When you just have someone who guides, but everybody has their own say. And hopefully, right, in a true democracy, we all have a power. We all um, maintain our own sovereignty, our own choices. We are still responsible for our own lives. So there's that balance. It can get tricky, right? And sometimes there's no clear answer. But I'm happy to be part of groups where we listen to each other, we respect each other, And we do not always agree, but we can respectfully disagree. We can agree to disagree. At least listen to each other and learn, and our perspectives get larger. But of course, because we are limited to ourselves, right? I will focus on this. That's great, but this is what I believe. But that sounds also good, right? Those things. So let us try, when we are part of a group, let us try to maximize the benefits and minimize, the disadvantages, right? Right. I mean, let us not give our power, our sovereignty, our authority to someone else when we can choose for ourselves, right? Or put it a different way. Why are we only putting faith in others? Have at least the same amount of faith, respect, and love for yourself, not just for others, right? Remember you as an individual. Who are you? Right? Learning from others and then apply to our own lives. So, you may have heard of the term think globally, act locally, right? How can I change the world? But of course, I'm only one person. I can only, fix my room. I can only clean my room. I can only, make do with what I have. But because we are all connected, it ripples out. So are you sending out good vibes or bad vibes? Are you making your corner of the world a better place or a shittier place? Right? Because we are all connected, we can all pull ourselves upward or downward. So what's it gonna be? Right? So that's remembering ourselves and our power as individuals. And then when we get together, right? When we talk to each other in small groups and big groups, remembering the purposes of those groups. We are here to learn from each other. We are here to help each other grow, to encourage and inspire each other, right? And if the group has specific objectives, know yourself. Am I agreeing with those objectives or not? So, yeah, am I going to stay or go, right? Am I going to make a new group or stay with this group? Or am I going to make a different group but, learning from them? Those things. We don't need to say, well, my family and I have been in this group for centuries, so I'm gonna stay in this group. And whatever they say, that's what I'm gonna do because that's how it is. No, it doesn't have to be like that. You can choose to leave the group if you don't agree. Or you can share your disagreement, right? And maybe the group will change. How about that? That's also an option. But you don't have to follow blindly. Nobody has to follow blindly. Do not follow me blindly when I say this. Yeah, so those things. So again, respecting others, respecting ourselves as well. So that's where we have the balance, getting the good benefits from being an individual and being in a collective. By the way, my PhD dissertation is about decision making in groups. So from insects to people to robots, right? Yeah, all the small and big things. But those are just observations, right? From the physics point of view, these are just observations, right? There's a tendency to follow the majority, especially for simple organisms. When we say simple, well, with all due respect to ants, bees, and other insects, they they have simple tasks compared to us, right? And then they just go with the majority, but they're also based on truth. Like bees, they select the best location to transfer to, and they do that And they evaluate different sites and they dance, like they wiggle. And the higher quality sites, for those sites, the scouts will dance more wiggles. They'll do that more. So they have a majority, but it's not blind faith. It is based on facts, right? There's an interesting thing about ants. There are some ants who have tandem runs. They ride in tandem. Like some ant will just carry another ant and go to the site. Okay. So maybe as humans with our own decisions, maybe that's not the healthiest thing to do. Just drag people along. Well, maybe if they are, younger, maybe if we believe that the judgment is not yet fully formed, and okay, let's do that. But interestingly, we are seeing trends like, why not ask children, right? Young people, as young as they are, they already know, if they already know what they want, right? Or encourage people as young as kids. What do they want? What do they know? Who knows? We might learn from them, right? Age does not always equal wisdom, maturity, right? It's, and even, our professional titles, that does not immediately mean that one is wiser than the other, one is smarter or knows more. It's not about that. So yeah, whoever people are, let's learn from each other. Maybe there are times when some people really need help, like if they cannot tell, yeah, black from white, or they cannot tell safe from unsafe. Yeah, there will be times that we have to be the carers of some people and literally just carry them out of a burning building because they'd rather stay. Okay, maybe it's good to take a decision, yeah, make a decision for them. But for the most part, let us respect each other's sovereignty. Let us respect each other's humanness. As we are human, as we are people, as we are men, women, individuals, let us respect each other. Let's have that healthy balance between being an individual and a member of a group. And it's very interesting that, um, you may have heard of the term Age of Aquarius. So whether or not you believe in astrology, we can agree that, stars align. They have fixed positions. They have movement as well for different seasons, for different years. And the ancients have, measured, and interestingly, different cultures, right? You have the Latin Americans, you have the Europeans, you have the Asians, the Middle Easterners, the Indians. Yeah, we different cultures have been looking at the heavens for many centuries and millennia. So when we talk more about, yeah, the Western constellations, the age of Capricorn and the age of Pisces going into the age of Aquarius. So Pisces talks about faith, spirituality, while Aquarius is more individual, more believing in ourselves. So you could say that would be like from the Dark Ages going to the Renaissance. That could be, yeah, similar. But also, zodiac wise, Capricorn going into Aquarius, where Capricorn is like order, authority, right? Fixed structure. And then Aquarius is like anything goes, free flow, because every individual is different. Imagine all of us, with our different personalities, different skills, different preferences. And then suddenly we all realize our power and our abilities. And then we all go do our thing. Yeah, so it will be a bit chaotic, but hopefully it will be for everyone's good if everyone acts for everyone's good, then wow, that is heaven on earth. So yeah, so as we are moving, believe it or not, into the age of Aquarius, yeah, and we can see, right, with the cultural trends, with technology, with the internet, and other revolutions, right? Each of us individuals now has a chance to really reach out to everyone else and to influence everyone for good or for worse. Hopefully you do it for the better, right, of everyone. So yeah, these are exciting times. Hope that we can maximize these for our individual good and for the good of the collective. So yun, have a wonderful day. Have an awesome Age of Aquarius transition. Yeah, and see you around online and in person. Bye-bye.